video was way too long, and so I split it into two parts. So this is my travel story Thursday, where I'm sharing my own experience of healing my inner child. And then on Tuesday, I'm uploading a video for how you can heal your inner child. So this is kind of the example, the real life comparison. And then Tuesday will be kind of just straightforward, step 1, 2, 3. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is Sarah Refined. Today I'm reading some stuff from this book. It's my travel journal from when I was 19 and 20, backpacking through Spain and then traveling through a bunch of the UK. This was in 2013, and while most of the stories are pretty funny, once I left Spain, which was 7 weeks in, I fell into a bit of a depression. You can hear a bit more of that story in some previous videos, click them right there. But for right now, we are today talking about healing the inner child. If you're new to my channel, we talk about self-development in all aspects, whether that's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, or financial. So subscribe if you're into that kind of stuff, and I will be here providing content for you every week. So a while ago, I mentioned something about shadow work. I think it was in a video, I don't remember, it was a while ago. It's something that was fairly new to me, and I've only been doing it on and off for like a few months, really quite new. It's incredible. It's painful though, because you really have to dive back into when you're feeling a negative emotion. Why do you feel that? How long have you felt like that? When was the first time you felt like that? And more often than not, those emotions go back to when you were a kid. There's an author and psychotherapist named Steve Wolf, and I'll link this article down below as well. But he said, beneath the social mask we wear every day, we have a hidden shadow side, an impulsive, wounded, sad, or isolated part that we generally try to ignore. The shadow can be a source of emotional richness and vitality, and acknowledging it can be a pathway to healing and an authentic life. So going forward with Travel Story Thursdays, I'm going to be reading parts of my journal that reflect my child self and the wounded version of me. And then I will show you how I am healing that. Because a lot of the times we are not aware in the moment that that is what's happening, that we are wounded and that it's a child version of us that's hurt and scared, crying for attention and safety. And so we kind of just journal it or write it down or ignore it. We just think, oh, like that was just me being immature. Yes. But also, if you feel like you're throwing a temper tantrum, it's probably your inner child crying for something that she or he hasn't gotten in their as many years as it's been. So I'm going to read you a story, an entry from March 26th, 2013. At this point, I was in Scotland, and I was working in a bed and breakfast outside of Edinburgh. It was no longer the hostel, meeting new people, being around people my age scenario. This was work. This was cold work alone. I was constantly freezing because the hotel manager or owner refused to turn on the heat during the day, and it's March in Scotland. Now I want you to listen carefully as I read this next entry and pay attention to the words I use, the language I'm using to express my emotions, and pay attention to the things I'm upset about. March 26, 2013. I am so frustrated. This hotel is freezing cold. I just want to be warm. I haven't seen sunshine since 3 weeks ago. The laundry facilities are stupid and I keep losing every video game. I hate the work here. I want to tell the owner to make the heat turn on earlier, but I can't. I have no clean clothes, so I'm in tights and a sundress, freezing. I drink tea to get warm, but now I am so sick of tea as well. Absolutely nothing is going right, and I feel depressed, and I hate everyone and everything right now. I have no patience for appliances, and now the computer, washer, and dryer all go so slow. I want clean clothes. Clean, warm clothes. I want to be dramatic and throw a tantrum when things don't go my way. I mostly want warm sunshine. When I reread that, I thought, wow, at least you mentioned you want to throw a temper tantrum. But were you aware of how much of a child you were being? Because the truth is, I became quite a bitch. I let this kind of attitude rule my mood. I didn't have to think about it. I could just be mean and people left me alone, which is what I wanted. So what was really happening there was not that I was angry about losing my video games or upset about the laundry or the fact that I didn't have clothes. I wasn't even upset about the rain. It probably all added to my loneliness and the depression that I had there. What I really wanted was the feeling of security. When you listen to the things I was complaining about, this hotel is freezing cold, I just want to be warm. Warmth usually equals safety. I haven't seen sunshine since 3 weeks ago. Sunshine is obviously good for the mood. The laundry facilities are stupid and I keep losing every video game. That was just childish. I hate the work here and I want to tell the owner to turn the heat on, but I can't. The truth is I could have. I just was scared of her saying no or getting upset with me. And rather than going up to talk to her like an adult, I just put the blame on her of, nope, she just won't turn it up and I can't ask. I'm choosing to see only the negatives. I have tea because it's warm, but I'm so sick of tea. I really was just looking to be a grumpy person and be bitter and angry, and all of it stemming from the feeling that I didn't feel safe, because that's the one thing that was kind of iffy for me as a kid. My parents were awesome, are awesome. Thanks, Mom, because I think you sometimes watch these videos. But the childhood, for me, I think I never really meant to interpret it this way, and I don't think I knew I was interpreting it this way, but when I think back to it now, I can tell that I was very unsure and felt very insecure in who wanted me? Where was I supposed to go on the weekends? Was there gonna be enough money to provide for me? Was I just a nuisance and something that cost my parents too much and now they were stuck with me? Now, obviously that's not the case. I do feel very loved and appreciated and wanted by both my parents. All my parents, actually. I've got way more than just two. But what was happening in this situation was that I felt so alone. So this is why healing your inner child is so important, and why it's so amazing to become aware of the negative emotions and the negative reactions you have to situations and sit back and think about why. Because if I had known about shadow work back then, 7 years ago, wow, would my life be different today. Not that I'm complaining, because I have an incredible home and I have an amazing husband and I love where my family life is at. But I'm just saying, all of that came at the price of me doing a lot of inner work without even fully realizing it. Like, it's an ongoing thing, which is why I made this channel, because I like to share that kind of stuff and hopefully help you guys too. Healing the inner child comes with a lot of new baggage, because most of what we are reacting to has been shoved down for a reason. We don't want to deal with it. It's so uncomfortable. Like, even rereading this, I'm getting emotional. That could be because of the moon, or maybe I'm pregnant. I don't know. Should maybe check. It's so painful and uncomfortable that even rereading this, knowing that I've already figured that kind of out, it makes me emotional. That is my story for today, but I hope to see you back here on Tuesday. So, if you think you might be ready to be a little bit emotional and vulnerable with yourself, I definitely suggest subscribing so that you don't miss next week's video. That's where we're going to discuss how you can start healing your own inner child. I don't have all the answers yet, but I do have 3 steps that help identify each individual emotion as we come across them, so you can start healing certain parts of it. If you are watching this after August 3rd, 2020, the link for the second video will be right down below, and I'll also try to remember to put it right here. And if you are watching this before August 3rd, 2020, but you don't want to miss that video, click the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell so you get an email as soon as it uploads Tuesday morning. Thank you so much for watching part 1 of Healing Your Inner Child. Please don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!